Yo, what's going on today, guys? Hope you're doing awesome as usual. So let's get into today's commentary topic. Actually, before I do that, I want to say the ending score is 46 and 2. 46 and 2. That's a Tool song. Pretty good one at that. And if you guys don't know who Tool is, they are a band. I guess they're still around. Probably not as active in terms of studio work, but they're around. And anyway, yeah, that's pretty random. If you don't get the reference, that's okay. But what I got for you here is a kind of a lame gameplay, just playing kind of passively, just trying to get this Loki strike. Because this was actually one of the first games, if not the first game. I think actually this is the first game that I did get a Loki strike. It's a little bit of an older gameplay, not too old though. And yeah, that's why I was just going for it. I was just kind of seeing how it was. The aerial kill streaks, again, are crap in this game. That's just my personal opinion. Play Modern Warfare 2, and that's how aerial kill streaks should be. But that's my opinion. But people complained, etc., etc. But I'm finally going to get into today's commentary topic, which is the movie review of Olympus Has Fallen. Now, the only reason I watched this movie was because it was on Netflix. I don't go to movie theaters anymore. That's just my thing. To be honest with you, I've been to one movie this year, and it was Fast and Furious 6, and the reason being is because I wanted to see all of them because I'm into cars, and it's the only movie I've seen this year in the theaters, and I can say I don't want to go back to the theaters. But that's why I saw the movie. But the actual review of the movie, well, to put it simply, one of the biggest things that I did not like about it, now we're talking about Olympus Has Fallen with Gerard Butler and Aaron Eckhart, or whatever his name is. I can't exactly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but anyway, it's that movie, and it was made, it came out in theaters I think May of 2013, so May of this year. And one of the biggest problems to me was the CGI. There were so many sequences in the movie that were computer generated imagery, and it really bugged me that they did that. I just didn't understand why they're going to have so much CGI in a movie that's, you know, kind of, at least in my opinion, supposed to be somewhat
You should
real.
never said that.
It's not like aliens. To me, CGI just looks stupid. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was the Scorpion King, the original one with the rock and all that. The actual Scorpion that came out toward the end of the movie was so fake looking, and it's kind of like Goro from Mortal Kombat in the Mortal Kombat movies. Just incredibly fake looking, and it ruins the movie in my opinion. And there were so many sequences in Olympus Has Fallen that were shot by CGI. For example, all of the helicopters were CGI, all of the airplanes were CGI, a lot of the sequences, things exploding, completely CGI. It looks like shit. In the beginning of the movie, you have a scene where they're driving in cars along. Basically, they're escorting the president, and they're all in cars like SUVs and limousines. And you see like some shots, and it's just the road, the rain, all the SUVs and limousines, complete. They look like shit. They look like worse than what you would see in a video game. And this is supposed to be a movie. This is a big budget movie, like coming out in nationwide, or actually international. I would think. I'm not gonna go look it up because I don't care. But as I'm assuming it's an international movie, and that's pathetic, because if you want to compare it to other movies, I'd say Jurassic Park looks more realistic than in the original Jurassic Park that came out in what, 92 or 93. Looks more realistic than Olympus Has Fallen, which came out several months ago. Anyway, that's a huge pet peeve of mine when they make movies just like that. It just looks like shit. Okay, and on top of that, okay, I'm gonna get off the CGI rant that they had in the movie. So, the other part was just the extreme unrealisticness of the movie. The fact that, yeah, I mean, you know, 9/11 had some slight attack on, like, the Pentagon, um, you know, that kind of area, Washington, D.C. But this kind of this kind of full-fledged warfare, it just didn't seem realistic in any respect. However, I will give some of the tactics that the enemies in the movie used. I will give them some credit because a lot of the movies these days are complete horseshit with the tactics that people use and just the gunfire. And some of it was a little bit laughable. I mean, for example, that mostly coming from the White House or the U.S. side, just standing there when they, you know, standing out in the open, just ridiculous. But the tactics that the opponents or the enemies used was actually more believable. You know, they were using like flashbangs, concussion grenades, frag grenades, RPGs. They weren't just like in one of my favorite shows, Nikita. They use horrible, horrible tactics. It's completely unrealistic, and Nikita and her, you know, allies are always able to get away in ways that, I would be, if I were there, they would be, and if that were, if that were their strategy against me, they'd be losing every single time. But you know, it is what it is. So that part of the movie I did kind of enjoy. Again, there were some little bit flubs on that first part. Okay, so the last part I want to talk about in Olympus Has Fallen was the actual story. The story was just not very. It didn't grip me at all. It was just very shitty story, having no real connection. It didn't flow very well, and it was very, again, it was unbelievable. Yeah, it was unbelievable. You can't believe the kind of shit that was going on in the movie. So it's like, nah, you just, I can't believe it. The way the people, some of the are acting, and I don't know. It was a little bit weird, so I'm gonna leave it at that, I guess. I guess I got a lot longer here on the. Apparently, I have another 30 some odd seconds, 40 seconds. Anyway, overall, if I had to rate the movie out of 10, I'd say it's about a 4 out of 10. Definitely would expect a lot more out of a huge, you know, picture. It's very strange to me that they're still using like crappy CGI and a story that's just null and void and means nothing. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up in a few seconds, but if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Peace.